Hi, I'm David Dobrik, and these are my firsts. First prank you pulled on someone. Well, this isn't really a prank, but I remember I told my mom once that I got busted at school for drugs, and they found drugs in my locker, and she started crying. And I was like, and then I let her cry for a little bit, and then I was like, I'm just kidding. I got a D in math. And I go, see, like it could be a lot worse. And yeah, she was mad about the D, but not as mad about me making her cry for 10 minutes. That was my first prank. Sorry, Mom. First kiss. Ooh, coming soon. I was 13, I was 17. It was under this like gazebo, and it was super planned. I was talking to this girl, and I was like, we're gonna kiss, and we had like this whole plan, and we were like, yeah, and then we're gonna make out, and then I'm gonna touch your boobs, and it was like this whole thing, and I was 17, I don't know why I was talking like that. But yeah, it was very sloppy. I remember it was freezing out, so like my snot was running and her snot was running, and it was just disgusting. And I pulled away because we were like making out, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. And she goes, it's not like the movies. It was kind of gross, but it's very memorable. First memory that comes to mind of the vlog squad. It has to be the first day I met Zane and Heath. I went over to their apartment. They were big Viners. They had a lot of money, and they were just like living it up in LA. I called my parents. I'm like, everyone's rich here. And it was insane to me. I called my friends, and I was like, yeah, he is like, we went out to dinner, and he spent $125, and I didn't even have to pay for any of it. That was like one of my first memories, was like, whoa, like what are these kids doing? And then it all went away, because Vine ended. First time you met Jason Nash. The first time I really remember meeting him was at a comedy club. He was doing his like stand-up gig. This is when he was still doing stand-up, and he was really funny. And I asked him if he can come back and do the same thing he did on my vlog. And the next day he came over and we filmed. And then ever since that, he came over every day, and we've just been filming ever since. First Vine. My first Vine was, I think I was at a grocery store with my mom, or I was with my brother. I don't remember, but it was horrible. First YouTuber friend. That's tough. I'm gonna change it to first Viner friend. Jack Dytrych, the guy who works here. Jack, come here. This is Jack. He actually helped me with he works here now. He helped me with my first Vine. So I posted a Vine. This is actually a really cool story. I don't know why he did it, but I'm really appreciative. I posted a Vine, and he was big on Vine, and I wasn't that big, like at all. He DM'd me on Vine. He's like, that Vine's really funny. Delete it and repost it tomorrow, and I'll revine it. And like he told me to post it at a better time. And back then you couldn't like just repost Vines. So he taught me he got on Skype with me, and for 30 minutes walked me through the process of how to like upload a Vine onto the app, like illegally. And then I posted the Vine the next day, and he revined it, and he got another one of his bigger Viner friends to revine it. And it did so well, and it kicked off my whole Vine career. Genuinely kicked off my career, which is insane. Thank you, Jack. He didn't have to help me at all, but he did, which is insane. So that's actually really cool. So thank you. First date. I've never like planned to go on a date. If a date's happened, it's been because I was hanging out with someone, and then I was like, hey, let's go here instead now. I don't think I was ever like, wanna go get dinner tomorrow and then maybe see a movie? First car, it's my Toyota Corolla, 2004 Toyota Corolla. One of the best cars. It had cloth seats, the steering was insane. I drove it from Chicago to LA when I moved here, packed with two of my future soon-to-be roommates and all their stuff. Like my friend was gonna be a musician, so he brought out his guitar, his amp, and it was all like just filled in my little Corolla. And it's one of my favorite cars. First time you saw your merch on someone. That's a crazy feeling when you see someone wearing something you made. I don't remember, but I remember today I landed at LAX, and we ran into a group of girls, and one of them was wearing my pink clickbait merch, and it's so crazy seeing someone wearing your clothes. It's so unexplainable, because it's one thing when a person comes up and sees your video, but then it's another when someone has gone out of their way to purchase an item to support you. I don't know, it's the best feeling. First memory of moving to America. My first memory is we were surprising my mom. I flew over by myself when I was 6, and my dad told my mom I was coming in like a couple days later. So my dad picked me up at the airport. I was in tears because I flew by myself and I was so scared. And then we drove over to the apartment where my parents were living at. And my dad went in first and I waited 3 minutes and I knocked on the door and my mom answered. And I remember just her I was here and I remember her looking right over my head because I was like this small. And then she looked down and she was like, that's like my first memory. That was really cool. Look, see, I did a nice thing for my mom. And then I made her cry. First time you were recognized in public. I remember when I first started to get recognized. Not my closer friends, but like a lot of my friends in school would be like, you set that up, right? Like they would think, I remember when there was like a fan account that had like my name. It was like David Dobrik something. And everyone at school thought that I made the account. And like 6 or 7 kids would come up to me like, why'd you make that account? And I was like, I swear to God, I didn't. I remember the first time I got recognized for my vlogs. That was big because it wasn't for my Vines, and I was on Hollywood Boulevard, and this girl walks up to me and she goes, I love your vlogs. And I was getting like 7,000 views a video. And I go, what? You watch my vlogs? And she's like, yeah, no one's come up to you. And I was like, you're the first person to say that you've watched my vlogs. That was nuts. I was on my way to Buffalo Wild Wings. First thing you do when prepping for a new video. I wake up and I look in the mirror and I go, let's f***ing do this. No, I don't know. I just wake up and I get going. Yeah, that's it.